And welcome to the next episode of
Fearless Emma Takes on the World.
I'm Dad.
I'm Emma.
And Emma, how was your week this week?
Okay.
Just okay?
It was spring break. I had nothing to do.
That's right, it was spring break. And what did you get done during spring break?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. What did you... I have a question. What did you spend most of spring break doing?
Binge watching shows.
You are pretty good at binge watching shows. What is your what is your type of show to binge watch? Do you have like a specific show that you have to binge watch? Like you have to, it's like, that's my go-to. Like, you know what my go-to is.
What's your go-to?
What you said it yesterday. We watch it every day.
And Practical Jokers.
That's right. It was like we watch rerun after rerun after rerun. So what's your show? See, I like things that do not make me think. I like to really just zone out. I don't like dramas. I love
dramas.
I know.
Like Station 19, The Rookie, Big Time Rush, iCarly.
Oh, so you like a lot of Nickelodeon shows,
Yeah.
and you like a lot
old
of
Nickelodeon shows.
old Nickelodeon shows, and you like a lot of fire, police, EMS,
action,
and you know my thoughts on the quote unquote action shows, don't you?
Oh, you love them.
They are terrible. Terrible. Like, you can spot, like, if anybody works in the field, and I happen to work in the fire service, like the profession, if you work in that profession, it's like you watch it and you're spotting the flaw. There's a good Instagram feed, a good Instagram profile. I want to say it's the Fire Department Chronicles. It is very funny, and every time he does like a recap of some of those, and he because what he's doing is he's poking fun at the shows. I send them directly to you.
You've only sent me one.
I've only sent you one?
Yeah.
Oh, was that the one where
with the bomb?
where they have to go out in the middle of this pasture, and they throw this bag full, so that way when it hits a landmine, it creates the shrapnel that just takes out everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent you that one.
Yeah.
That was good. I think they were in the middle of a fire, and they weren't wearing their SCBA, their mask, their air,
No, you didn't send me that one.
Oh, I didn't send you that one. I should probably send you that
one. Was
it
the 911, Lone Star 911, normal, or Station 19?
Oh, so we got three shows. Awesome. Yeah.
Because it can't be The Rookie, because Rookie is cop show.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's an Instagram feed on that one as well. I have not found that one, but I'll keep sending you the one from I think it's Fire Department Chronicles, where he likes to poke fun at those shows. But that is your go-to for binge watching. Mm-hmm. So did you watch a lot of those shows over the course of this last week?
Since Grandma's not here at the moment, I haven't been binge watching Station 19.
Because you guys do that together. That's something you work together. Okay.
But I'll watch the episodes we've watched before already.
Oh, so just so that way you can like
catch up
and really savor the essence of those shows.
They're good shows.
They're outstanding. I love every minute. What do I normally say when I walk in the door after work and those shows are going?
A big sigh.
There is a big sigh. Like, oh my god, not another one of these. I can't handle it. I can't handle these shows. Nothing about them is real. I'm sure that nurses and doctors, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm sure that they don't like those types of like Grey's Anatomy,
Chicago Med.
Do
you even know what Chicago Med is?
I know it's another like show that I don't watch.
Ooh, there's also Chicago Fire. There's also Chicago PD that I watch.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna. not any of those shows am I going to watch any of. Of course. So you don't watch Chicago Fire?
I do sometimes.
Oh, okay. So have you binge watched that show?
Not in a while.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, you don't have to worry about us ever covering those shows on this podcast. Unless we cover them and I talk about all the wrong things that are on that show. But I think that Instagram feed does a much better job than what I ever could do. So Emma, am I wrong?
Yeah, completely.
Completely. So, but maybe we could sit there and we could watch it and I could make jokes, but your mom doesn't like when I make jokes when we're watching TV shows, does she?
No, she hates it.
She hates it. She absolutely hates it.
She hits you.
Yes. She there's just certain things like she doesn't like me poking fun at serious things sometimes, and that's just my personality.
Yeah, you gotta lighten the mood.
I do. I lighten the mood. Don't you think I lighten the mood quite a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she just doesn't like it. Nor does she like a lot of action things.
Oh, she hates blood.
Yeah, she doesn't like to see that. So we don't typically go see those. But she likes the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, I love those. There's a new one coming out.
I know. I'm super excited.
We're watching it.
You can hear it in my voice. I can't wait.
I love them.
Hey, the one thing that I'm disappointed and that's we got to get back to talking about what we're here to talk about. But the one thing that I do know in the upcoming Fast and Furious movie,
what,
is The Rock and Jason Statham are not in that movie.
No,
as far as I know. Maybe they are. Maybe they made cameos. But I'm going to tell you, those two, I think, have made those movies immensely
What about Vin
better.
Diesel?
Vin Diesel's okay. Oh, wow. Do you got a thing for Vin Diesel?
No, I just love him in those movies.
Well, I will say that he does well in those movies. He's very believable. I think,
know. That's what makes him so great.
But I do think that The Rock and Jason Statham typically make most movies better. They're very good actors.
So's Vin Diesel and all the other actors.
Yeah. All right, Emma. Well, no Chick-fil-A to talk about this week.
Well, you had it Thursday.
No, actually, I didn't. I was just kidding. I didn't have it Thursday. I was just giving you a hard time. I should have. And what I should have done is I should have, maybe when I have it later this week, because I'm just going to have it just now to rub it in a bit, I'll stop, I'll get Chick-fil-A, and I'll do a TikTok on it as I'm opening up the package and just to rub it in just a little bit for you. Maybe I'll have it for lunch tomorrow. It's too bad that this show is not a vlog because, you get to see Emma's look. All right, Emma, so...
I had chicken barn, I think it was.
I don't know. I can't say anything.
I like their chicken sandwich. It's just their fries are like those long potato wedges, but they're like fried.
So I got a question for you.
What?
So when you went to order at the chicken barn, what sandwich did you order?
The chicken combo filet.
But that's not what you told your mom to order. What did you order? All right, wait, hold on. She's got to get the giggles out, folks. What did you tell your mom that you wanted for lunch that day or dinner?
The chicken combo filet.
Really? You called it the chicken combo filet? Mm-hmm. Huh. So every time she keeps saying that's not what you said, though, according to your mother.
It is. She's just a big liar.
Oh, she's a liar.
She's the one who mispronounced it as we were sitting in there.
Oh, she did. What did she call it?
A fillet.
Oh, she called it the chicken fillet? So your mother, that reads a lot.
Yeah, we were
and has a very wide vocabulary.
We were sitting in right next to the window where they hand you your food. She called it the chicken fillet.
Oh, she said it was the chicken fillet, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. So I'm sure your mom's probably going to comment on our social media platforms. Mom.
Or she just might tell us.
No, I'm sure she'll probably comment because now I'm going to post it. Is it fillet or filet? Because Emma called it. She wanted the chicken fillet combo.
You mean filet? Not fillet?
Yeah, now folks say, my freshman in high school, we apparently need to work a little bit on
vocab.
Her vocabulary. Just a touch. All right, Emma. So last week we talked about the previous episode. This week, before we start talking about the episode, I posed a question to you.
What?
That I was hoping that you would come back with some more information. And I even posted it on our on our Twitter feed. I received 0 responses. So let me tell you, this show is going places. But I received 0 comments. I posted a question to you. The question is when did you have to show confidence? And I mean like courage. Courage and confidence could kind of go in one or two forms. When did you have to show courage or confidence when you were frightened, had anxiety, or scared to do so?
Oh, you remember in Colorado where there was these hiking places and we went hiking?
Uh-huh.
And there would be these signs, watch out for rattlesnakes? Or snakes in general?
Yeah.
I remember where we hit like a place where we couldn't hike because it was very rocky and not safe. So we had to turn back. But then there was like a rattlesnake right between us. Me and Mom were on the other side, and me and Connor were on the side that we couldn't hike. And we had to go down a hill.
But I don't remember you showing courage and confidence.
I did.
I don't remember that.
I had
Just
to slide.
No different than when you see a bug, like yesterday's bee adventure.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't think that you exhibited. No, I wasn't here, but I heard about it. I don't think, because I still see the shoe was still on the stairs as the weapon of choice.
Because I couldn't get the bee. It was like on the ledge, where like if I hit it, it might just fly away and sting me.
Well, that's you have to be careful. I actually, it probably was something like Keystone Cops, where you try to hit it and then the bee would chase you and you'd probably run through the house and then you'd swing out again and then the bee would chase you through the house. I actually would have loved to see that. That would have gone on TikTok. I'm going to tell you, that would have been one of my Instagram reels. That would have been amazing.
Oh, that would have been mean.
I know, but it would have been hilarious.
You'd get a lot of followers and likes just because of me.
Just because you were in it, huh? I would get those likes just because it was you?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right. So we posed that question because because Captain America had to show that confidence. He had to kind of show that.
No,
courage.
we're not calling him Captain America.
Okay,
it's John Walker.
Oh, okay. You call him John Walker. I'll call him Captain America because he holds the shield. But anyway,
just because he holds the shield doesn't mean he's Captain America.
Anyway, so I asked you last week. I said, when did you have to do that? You gave me that. I think that there's another time of most recent memory, probably within the last month, that I can think of where Fearless Emma had to be fearless.
I had to get blood drawn.
Yes, that's one. So you had to get blood drawn.
Oh, I was laughing.
Yeah, you were laughing and crying and trying not to do everything possible. Did they have to hold you down?
No. I had to squeeze Mom's hand, though.
Oh, my gosh. So
I didn't scream.
Emma's not a big fan of needles, which is, a lot of people aren't, but Emma is definitely not a big fan of needles.
It was a big needle. I thought they left it in my arm once because I didn't see them pull it out.
Yeah. So, well, I don't think it's that. The needle retracts back into the thing. Yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
Right here.
All right. Well, so Emma had to get she had to get draw some had to have a blood drawn. But I think of another time that you had to show confidence, courage, even though you were scared, even though you had anxiety. Can you recall within the last month?
Was it when I was walking home from the store?
No.
Not one of those? Okay.
No. How about what you just tried out for?
Oh, cheer.
Yeah. So
I didn't make it, by the way.
Well, maybe next year. It's a very competitive process, right?
Yep.
But how did you feel when you were...
Oh, terrified.
You were terrified, right?
There was like a million more people there than you would expect because they weren't in the clinic when you were actually trying out.
Right. So you had, how many sets of eyeballs do you think that you had on you? Hold on, she's air counting, folks. This is like high-level calculus at this point. So
12 sets.
you had 12 sets. So you had 24 eyes, but 12 sets of eyeballs on you.
Yep.
Okay, so 12 people.
You had
in
like
that
rally in and then rally back out a different door.
room. What do you mean rally?
Like go Oakdale, like run, skip,
Woo-hoo.
kick.
Go Oakdale! I could be a cheerleader, I bet. You don't think so?
I'd pay to see that.
I'm sure a lot of other people would.
Would
so
you, in one of those cheer outfits and with those pants, those shirt.
I would look amazing. I'm just gonna tell you, I make everything that I do amazing. So you had to show courage and confidence.
When's the last time you had to?
When was the last time I had to? Well, that's a good question, Emma. I don't necessarily get. That's weird because I don't necessarily have too much anxiety anymore.
Oh, I do.
I used to. I used to have quite a bit of anxiety, but as I've gotten older, I've kind of figured out who I am. And by knowing who I am, I don't necessarily get too worked up. I never get, there's a couple times where maybe, I don't know. That's a good question, and I should have thought about it myself.
Yeah, you see?
I can think of times in my life where I've had to do that, anywhere from a job interview to standing up and giving presentations. But I will tell you, there is one thing that, and I should tell you this because it might help you. One thing that I know is whenever I have to get up in front of people and talk or...
Oh, I hate that.
I know you do. But one thing that I do is, it does give me anxiety. I will say that it does give me a little bit of anxiety. But is it fear or is it anxiety? I guess maybe we should tell the difference. Fear means you stand up and you can't even speak. Anxiety means you feed off of that not negative energy, that nervous energy to be able to give you that courage to perform. And I think that that's probably more so what I have. Like, just the different things that, everything in my, I won't say everything in my life, but whenever I have to get up and speak in front of people, whenever I have to speak in large groups, because people look to me, I have to be a leader, right?
Yep.
Just based on what I do for my day-to-day work. And so by doing what I do, I always have to show confidence. And the reason why I have to show confidence is because people want to know that that I have their best interest in mind, but two, I know what I'm speaking about. Like I not necessarily that I'm scared to do so, but I think it's important to show that or that have that courage and confidence to do so. So I guess maybe my answer is I do have anxiety, but maybe not the fear component. And I use that anxiety. I told somebody one time, I remember I walked into a meeting one time and there was...
One time you walked into a meeting, not multiple times?
Okay, all right. I get it. So I walked into this big conference room. There was about 100 people in this conference room. Mm-hmm. And the person leading the meeting asked if I was ready to give my presentation.
You had no idea what he was talking about, did you?
I had zero idea. And so I'm in this meeting. Now, I know all these people. I don't know all of them, but I know why they're there.
Why?
Because they were talking about the topic that I was apparently the subject matter expert on. And so
what was the subject?
Well, you know what I do for a living, so you know what I do for a living, so
that fire?
Yeah, I had to talk about fire safety, and so I had a presentation that was used for other things, but I hadn't necessarily practiced it. A lot of times I like to practice and rehearse it just so that way I can get the transitions right. I can just be prepared.
Didn't they tell you had a...
No, they didn't. So there was another one of my coworkers right next to me, and I turned to her and I said, "Are you giving the presentation?" Kind of like, because I didn't know anything about this, and she didn't know anything about it either. So we were both kind of like shrugging our shoulders. I said, "You know what? I got this." Because you know why?
Why?
I like the feeling. I like feeling amped up and ready to go. So, plugged in the thumb drive into the computer, and I gave the presentation. And not to say that, it was difficult material for me, but I could read the slide, because I knew the material. I knew the material. So I will say that there's been other times I've had to do the same thing. Whenever I present to to elected officials, I have to be able to be confident. I have to talk about, if I'm presenting information to them, I've had to do that before too. So it's it's an interesting thing. So, as you get older and as you refine your skills, you will get better too. And I'll be honest, the millions of people that listen to your podcast.
Yeah, millions.
The millions of people.
I think last time I checked, we've had one listener this month.
Oh, no, actually, we've had several more than just one, Emma.
How many?
I'm not telling you because then you'll get nervous.
I want to know.
Maybe. We'll save that for later.
I bet it's just you and Mom listening to it on repeat.
I'm going to tell you, it's more than me and your mother.
Listening to it on repeat?
I only get, after I download it, it's downloaded. So it only counts downloads. It doesn't count listens. So when people listen to it multiple times, it doesn't count it like that. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm telling you. When your millions of fans are listening back to this.
Yeah, millions.
So we talked to... you don't believe me. Okay.
I need proof.
So we talked about how, examples in your life, examples in my life. So this week we watched the latest episode. It was called The Power Broker. This week we see Sam and Bucky breaking out a villain.
One of the most dangerous people
in the
world.
He used to work for Hydra. He was, it's Zemo, right? Yeah. He used to have he used to have control of the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And so, come to find out, this guy's like a billionaire, and he's been locked up for this long. So what we see is them helping him break out. I think you probably like this episode because there was very little of...
John Walker,
Captain America.
He's not Captain America.
There was very little of this. But it does open, though, with Captain America and Battlestar they're both trying to find... Bucky and Sam and Captain America and Battlestar...
No, we don't call them that.
...are both trying to find the same people. And so in finding but they're taking much different paths, right? Mm-hmm. Which is interesting because I see Sam and Bucky taking a different path where they're teaming up with people that we would deem as villains, like anywhere from Zemo and all of the people that he is, all the people that he is affiliated with.
But they realize that they're desperate and they have nothing, and these people that you would call villains know a lot more.
Yeah, because they know how to find other villains, right? Mm-hmm. So,
but now they have a bounty on their head.
Yeah, so there was a mistake when they were, spoiler alert, when they went to find the first villain. That villain ended up
dying.
Met a tragic end. And so now, people are out to get them. And so we see Sam and Bucky trying to put the pieces back together. They go to the scientists that created...
You're forgetting a person that they met along the way.
Well, I'm going to talk about that. So they go to see the scientists that created the super soldier serum. And when they go to see this person, he also kind of meets the same tragic end. But he did create 20 vials of this super soldier serum. 8 people have taken it, so now we're down to 12.
Oh.
And this person took, one of the super soldiers took the rest of those
Yep.
serums from this omnipotent, like, kind of king of all the villains called the Power Broker, which we don't know who the Power Broker is yet. And I'm imagining we'll find that out as the episodes continue to go.
Yeah.
But she took it. She took it for a reason, and we'll talk about that reason. But you mentioned that Sharon, she was an agent of Shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
She comes back. She's been kind of on the run after taking Captain America's shield. That's when Sam and
the
Captain
Falcon's
America,
wings.
Yeah. So she took all of that to kind of help, but she is a enemy of the state, so to speak. So she's been on the run, but she's living the high life, not necessarily as a villain, but she is living as maybe somebody on the run a bit.
Yeah, she's like, well, I'm a hustler, so now I should be living like a hustler.
Yeah, so she's kind of mixed up maybe with the wrong people, right?
Yep.
So
she's like good and a little bit of bad. She's like half and half.
She's like in the middle, right?
And Sam made a deal with her, like, if they help her, then they'll clear her name.
Right.
She'll be able to go back.
She'll be able to go back. So we see that, Sam and Bucky, they've teamed up with people that we would maybe think in the traditional sense of people that are villains, right? People that are maybe on the wrong side of the law, right?
Yep.
So, and we see Captain America.
No.
And Battlestar.
John Walker and his sidekick.
And his sidekick. Man, you really do not like Captain America at all.
You didn't see what he did to that poor man?
He does seem to have a shorter fuse, doesn't he?
Yeah, that guy just stood in his face and he hit him.
So I guess that's a good question. Maybe that's the question for the week. Is, we look at Captain America as somebody that has
all this confidence.
Not just confidence, but think back
humility.
To Steve Rogers. He has humility, but he also
has
kindness. And what other value do you think he has? Integrity, right?
Yeah.
Character, moral principle. So
the basic things you need.
Yeah. So that's why I was going to ask you is, what do you think? And maybe you've already hit on it. You kind of did.
Several times.
What do you think are some of the most important values in a person should have?
Humility, character, confidence.
Confidence, okay. She's stumped. That was a long pause. People might have thought we ended this episode. So humility, character, confidence. What other values do you find that are very important?
Kindness.
That people have. Kindness. We talked about that. Okay. What type of values do I, as me being your dad, do I think that are important for you?
Kindness, character, confidence, humility.
You don't have to, you don't have to repeat the ones that we already talked about. But there's a couple others that I think that...
Character.
You've said that 3 times now.
I can't think of anything else.
Okay. We talked about kindness. I think another word for kindness could be what? Compassion, right?
Same thing.
That's what I said. 2 other traits that I think that I would want to see from you and your brother.
I'm an angel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow. Wow.
I treat people with respect.
Respect is a good one.
Nailed that one. I clean up the house.
Okay, that's
I do what I'm told.
Not necessarily a value, but maybe a value.
I listen.
Okay. How about somebody that is trustworthy?
Oh yeah, trust.
Well, not
Someone who tells the truth.
somebody that tells the truth. So trustworthy and honesty, right? Mm-hmm. So I can trust that you'll do the right thing and that you won't lie to me and you'll always tell me the truth, right?
Yeah. What is
Okay.
there to lie about in my life? I have nothing going on at the moment.
You and your brother, sometimes the truth evades both of you.
I always tell the truth, eventually.
Eventually. That's after much interrogation. Like I remember when I was the human lie detector? You remember when I would like try to feel your pulse and then I would ask you questions? Do you remember that? Did that ever work?
No. I never told the truth when you did that.
I know you didn't. Yeah. But I always thought that maybe you guys would understand that maybe he can read minds.
You said you learned that from a friend.
Well, I say a lot of things, Emma. As a dad, I say a lot of things to try to exhibit the truth. And so...
But there was something else. And I was always getting blamed by Connor. I never did anything wrong.
Yeah, all right. So...
I haven't gone grounded in a long time.
I don't know if there's that you haven't gone or you shouldn't have gotten grounded for a long time. There's probably times that it probably should have happened over the course of the last.
So ask Connor. Like
Anyway,
last night.
We're not going to bring anything. Okay, so let's go back to our values. We talked about being honest and being truthful and trustworthy.
Nailed it.
Two other things, and actually, integrity is one of them. But I think you hit on it with
Respect,
with character, and
humility,
that moral principle and humility. I think you hit on that. But the one other thing that I think that we all should have a little bit of is empathy.
I have that.
Do you even know what empathy is?
Yeah.
What is it, Emma?
It's basically when you help people out that are in need. I'm not nailing this, am I?
No. But I'm going to let you continue. Maybe you'll talk through it. What do you think empathy, and maybe it's your definition of empathy. What is your definition? Because I'll have a different definition. It may not be the book definition of empathy, but what's your definition of empathy?
My definition of empathy is where you feel for other people. Like, you may have this one thing and you really don't need it, so you could like give it up to someone who really actually needs it.
I think that you kind of hit on it, and it's being able to show. I was going to say empathetic, but that's not. I can't use the same word to be able to define
Kindness.
that word. Yeah, understanding, being compassionate for somebody else's suffering. Like you said it, that you realize that maybe somebody may be suffering, and you understand that suffering, and you can have that personal conversation with somebody else. And I really think that we need more of that when we see people out and about. And we kind of need to understand that a bit, right? We need to understand people's empathy. So in this episode, we talk about maybe those character flaws that this current Captain America does not have.
Oh, it's not Captain America. It's John Walker.
But
and when you refer to a sidekick, he's called Sidekick.
The group that is the villains of this group, we find that they're really struggling with people coming back from the blip. We find that the blip created a lot of refugees. They created a lot of people that were in need. And so we see that this group of villains, they actually exhibit a bit of empathy, don't they?
Yep.
Because we hear that we hear them talking about how they're trying to help these children in these refugee camps, right?
Yep, they're giving medicine.
Yeah, they're trying to help these kids. And I think that these kids that are now the super soldiers were also part of these refugees long ago, and they've just kind of grown up over the course of the last 5 years. And so we see that, and I think that they are trying to do what they think is right?
Yeah.
Because there's people in power that aren't helping these people, right?
Yeah, because we learned more about them this episode, where they helped, hang on. Where they there's this building where it had all these supplies for like 6 months worth, and there were like these people suffering that needed those supplies. So they actually stole it, and then they made like this huge explosion inside the building.
Right. Have you ever heard of Robin Hood?
To make them, yeah.
So what are they doing? They're stealing from the rich, right?
And giving back to the poor.
And they're giving back to the poor, because she even mentioned the character that is the lead villain, Kaylee, right? She even mentioned, like, you've had these supplies for 6 months, and all you've done is stored them. You have not given them out. It's food, medicine, clothing. You have not given any of that out. How would you think that would sit with people in America today if you had the supplies to be able to help people and you did nothing to help them?
Not good.
Do you think that people would be upset?
Yeah.
I would be upset. You had the supplies, and all you did decide to do was just sit on them, right?
Maybe they were waiting for like an emergency, like when you needed them.
Right, I get that, but I think that it's one of those things that it's good to be prepared, but also too, it's good to be able to help those in need that actually need it at the time, right?
Yep.
And so I think that that's one of those areas that I think that there's a little bit of this Robin Hood complex going on right now with these villains, is that they're trying to help people out, but maybe they don't have all the values that we talked about to do the right thing the right way. Mm-hmm. I think maybe they think so. So we always talk about this in some of these different movies, like Karate Kid. Billy Zabka or Johnny is maybe the good guy in the scenario. We it's all about perspective. And I think that that's one of those things that, as you watch some of these shows and these movies, to maybe consider that perspective of who we deem to be the villains, right? And so I think that that's one of those things that we need to kind of keep in mind as we watch these shows. Is now, not to say that you need to side with the villain, because I get kind of worried if you side with the villains all the time, because then you may be the power broker and maybe become this uber villain when you get older.
Because they've probably had like a rough childhood where they weren't always like cared about, but when you see when they care about someone, like they will tear the world apart if they were hurt.
Right.
But the hero would sacrifice them to save the world.
So me...
And showing they're humble and kind, but the villain would...
So you're describing me.
Huh.
I will say that maybe that's your mom, because we always call her... We always talk about whenever you or your brother get hurt or somebody hurts you, we always say that she turns on Mama Bear. And so when Mama Bear comes out, you better watch out. So we talk about that, right?
She can get mean.
Well... When somebody has wronged the family, your mom is not so passive.
She makes sure her voice is heard, and she gets her way.
Well, I wouldn't say
she gets the right way. Like,
she will come across and share her perspective on the situation, right?
Yeah, and make sure it never happens again.
That's right. So Emma, I think that's the question I'm going to pose for our group of people this week. We talked a lot about values.
Are they going to respond this time?
I don't know. So, all right. So we're going to post it. I even posted it on Instagram, I think. So I'm going to post it on Twitter. I did Facebook, and I'll do Instagram. I will post it in all 3 locations, and I will ask the question is, What values do you think are important for people to have in today's world? Do you think that that's a good question?
You did not post on Instagram. You haven't posted in a while.
Sorry, but it was on Facebook and Twitter. I do know that. So I'm going to ask that question.
What if people don't have Facebook or Twitter?
Well, I'll put it on Instagram.
Do I have to remind you?
Remind me. Okay, Emma. The episode ends.
Yep.
Captain America.
We have a new person that came in.
We do. And you know who that person is?
Who?
She's from Wakanda.
I know. I'm like, she looks so familiar.
Yeah.
She's like one of those warriors.
Yep, one of the warriors from Wakanda. And so she has now come because they killed Zemo, bombed the UN, and killed the king of Wakanda.
Yep, but now...
and so she is there to get Zemo. And so now I see Bucky is now going to have to deal with her.
Yeah, because she sees they let him live in Wakanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a while. And so now they're like, well, you're helping our enemy.
So I'm sure that...
After we helped you with your new arm.
I'm sure in the next episode, we're going to see how that all plays out.
Yep.
So stay tuned. So it's going to be one of those things, that dynamic between that, where they want vengeance, but Bucky and Sam still need him to be able to help them further,
and then,
to do the right thing and maybe make amends like Bucky is doing.
Yep.
Maybe that's what's happening. But I don't know if that ever happens, but we'll see. All right, Emma. So, good talk today, but we never end a podcast without the Dad Jokes Challenge. I'm going to start calling it the Dad Joke Challenge. The goal is not to laugh, and the person that laughs loses.
I didn't laugh at all last time.
You laughed.
You're a liar.
No.
I even listened back to that podcast, and I did not laugh.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Sure you did. I'm going to let... So the goal is here, folks, we are going to tell awesome dad jokes. And
Awesome.
I'm going to tell awesome dad jokes. Emma is just going to tell something that, if you humor her and just kind of laugh, she'll feel good. So, Emma, I'm going to get close here. Hold on.
You're going to get close?
I want to make sure that we're staring at each other face to face. And so we're going to stare at each other as we tell these jokes. And the microphone has to stay right up next to your mouth, okay?
Okay.
You can't do the trombone where you move it all the way out like you did last week.
No, you did that.
Negative. I smiled really big on one of them, but I didn't laugh.
You were so close.
So close. All right, Emma, you go first.
All right. What do you call two monkeys that share an Amazon account?
What do you call two monkeys that share an Amazon account?
Primates.
Nope.
You're smiling really big.
You almost got me. Almost. All right, Emma. Why was the chef embarrassed? Why was the chef embarrassed?
Why?
Because he saw the salad dressing.
Oh.
No. All right.
I'm winning this time.
So far, it's 0-0.
What do you call a herd of sheep tumbling down a hill?
I would say if it was cows, it would be ground beef.
A herd of sheep tumbling down a hill.
I don't know, Emma, what?
A landslide.
You got me on that one.
I got it.
That was good. A landslide. Oh my god. All right. I don't know if I can continue. All right, hold on. All right. Emma, this one's funny too. I'm going to try not to laugh at my own joke. You can't laugh at your own joke, because if you laugh at your own joke, it counts.
Well, then we can't count that because that wasn't real till now.
Okay, but all right, at least At least we know that I am losing right now.
Yeah, I feel great.
Okay. What do you call an old snowman, Emma? Water. You get it? Water. Frosty the Snowman is no more. Think about it.
I know. Don't make me think about it.
Just think about it.
Okay, you didn't get me.
So,
No,
what do you call
you're
an old snowman, Emma?
Water. I get it.
Water.
Oh, you didn't get me.
All right.
You laughed.
No, not any more than you did. Emma's breathing really heavy, folks. You know, this should count because you were
I was holding my breath.
you were like doubled over. There, see, there we go.
that wasn't from your joke.
All right. So it's still 1-0.
Okay.
All right.
Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Why do seagulls fly over the sea, Emma?
Because if they flew over the bay, they would be called bagels. Get it? Seagulls, bag.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought that was funny.
All right, Emma. What do fish say when they hit a concrete wall? Damn. Just think about it. Fish,
I know.
you know,
There's a
they're swimming and all of a sudden they hit that wall. And it's just like,
Wouldn't
damn.
Wouldn't it be rock?
No, dams are made of concrete, Emma.
No,
So
but
when they hit the concrete wall, see, that's the unfortunate thing is, like, then you start thinking through the joke and then you stop, then you don't laugh.
wouldn't it be rock on the bottom first
No.
and then the...
No,
Okay.
no.
Mountains aren't just funny. They're hill areas. Get like hilarious.
I do, but that wasn't very good. That wasn't very good.
It was amazing.
No. So that was joke number, what, 3? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. We got 2 more. Right now I'm losing. I need to redeem myself here. Emma, what's fast, loud, and crunchy?
Wait, what?
What's fast, loud, and crunchy?
What?
A rocket chip.
But where's the crunch come?
Rocket chip. Not ship. Chip.
But where's the fastness come from?
A rocket.
Okay.
Your mom laughed at that one. She found it amusing. All right. I got a closer, so I'm hoping you laugh at this closer.
Where do sharks go on summer vacation?
Where do sharks go on summer vacation, Emma?
Finland. Get?
Wow.
Like Finland, but Finland.
No such luck. All right, Emma. This one is my closer. This one is the best one.
But I have a closer too. Oh,
I
well,
know.
you went first.
Yeah, I went first. Or did you go first?
No, you went first.
Oh, okay. This is the closer. This is the one I think is going to get you. I feel that this one's going to get you. What did the left eye say to the right eye?
What?
Between us, something smells.
Because that has a nose.
You get it? Mm-hmm. You get it?
Mm-hmm. No, you smell with your nose.
I know, you do smell with your nose. You get it?
Yeah.
Ah! Really? Nothing? I really thought that was going to be the one today.
Nope.
God.
Why did the mushroom go to the party?
Why did the mushroom go to the party, Emma?
Because he was a fun guy. Get like fun guy. But I still won.
Protest. Point of order. I think that you cheated.
I did not cheat.
I think
How
you
would I
cheated.
cheat? Because if I was laughing, you could see my back moving if I bent down.
I think you cheated. Someplace along the way, you cheated.
I did not cheat.
I think someplace along the
I
way,
did
you
not
cheated.
cheat.
Folks, all those pregnant pauses that Emma had because she couldn't talk right after. Maybe I should set a timer because you have to like start talking right afterwards because Like Emma is like trying to hold her lip shut so that she doesn't laugh. Like right now, she's trying not to laugh.
I'm not trying to laugh.
Yeah. All right, I lost this time.
I know. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. Thanks, Emma. Thanks for the laughs today.
I made you laugh.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I made you laugh.
You did. You won. So it's 1-1. I won last week. You won this week. And we'll see who wins next week on our next episode.
It's gonna be me.
Yeah, we'll see about that. So, anyway, Emma, do you have anything else before we close out this show?
Go check us on iHeartRadio, Spotify,
I don't think we're on Spotify.
Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
Google,
Yeah. Amazon.
Amazon.
We are on most of your podcast players. But if you're listening to this show, you're very well aware that we're on most of the podcast players. We're even on YouTube, Emma.
Oh, yeah. But do you post on YouTube?
I do post on YouTube. I know. You act shocked. So, but we're on YouTube along with about a few million other people. Anyway, Emma, they can check out our social media accounts.
At fearless_Emma.
Check out Emma the Podcast or Fearless Emma the Podcast on Facebook. Also check us out on Twitter. I will post the question of the week. And that question of the week again was, Emma, what values do you find that are important in today's society?
Yep.
You've covered a bunch of them. If there are any that Emma missed this week, or you find maybe some discrepancy in things that we talked about today, post them in the chat below. You can post it on Facebook, Twitter, or even in the comment section of Instagram. Emma, anything else?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. All right, Emma.
I can Google myself and I can find a picture of me. I'll show you. There we are.
That's scary that Fearless Emma, if you just Google Fearless Emma and you can see pictures.
No, you have to
of
do
us.
Fearless Emma Takes on the Road.
Oh.
And then there's that one.
Oh man. We got a lot of pictures on the interweb. So
Wait, was that no. Wow, I was little there.
oh yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember that being posted anywhere. But anyway, folks. So yeah, check us out on our social media platforms. And with that, we say goodbye for today.
Bye-bye.